What the heck is going on? My small beans. All right. The smallest of beans is here with a very quick tutorial for anybody who has been trying to I'm doing a demonstration for, just sort of like shooter mechanics like video games. Let's I made a sort of like special holidays. So I mean it's this is not the start of season 2, but I just feel like this is kind of important for, since I kind of feel responsible, if anybody is actually dropping zero build, to just show some like shooter mechanics. So I'm just going to be going over like some basics with, so, I mean, she couldn't be, wasn't going to let her be underdressed for Winterfest, man. So you're going to check out the new, contrails, the new glider, lander, the harvesting tool. Let's get to this island. I'm not gonna do a building thing. I might do like a quick like building thing, right? Anybody try to do build modes. So this is where I practice. All right. So first things first, I'm just gonna show like movement, right? All right. So this is like kind of important, but this is like a really bad habit people do. I use keyboard and mouse these days, but I there was a time I used joysticks for shooters. A mistake a lot of people make is no, I mean a common mistake. Yeah, a common mistake people make is that instead of going directly forward with their character, they'll kind of like hit like a zigzag, right? So like you can kind of see like the animation when you hit like a zigzag. You see what I mean? Versus like when she goes straight forward, it's like it's a much faster way to go straight ahead. I don't know why, but when people's minds wander, they kind of will go like that, and then you see what I mean? So if you just time like the same distance that it takes to get to this, um, let's run to the thing. So let's set a marker. I never built using controller before. Let's switch back to keyboard. Let's set this right here, right? And let's start right here, and let's go press the joystick directly forward, and you'll see that it takes rather, not too long to to get there. You know what I mean? Compared to let's say, you know, let's start like kind of zigzagging. So let's go there. Right. And this is just like obvious. Like we learned this like in physics or whatever. So a lot of times, people, let's switch back to keyboard. Like a lot of things, like a problem people will do, and it's worse with computer and mouse, um, is that instead of just holding down the W key to go forward, right? People will do a little bit of people will do too much of this. They'll go like that, and you can see it. That's not good, you know. Versus, it's so much faster to not move your mouse and just go directly forward. Okay. And it's the same thing with strafing, right? So a lot of times people want to go here. So let's say somebody's shooting from that garage, right? That under that garage door. Like people will kind of like, to get away, will like go like this, right? To get away from the bullets, right? But you can see how if you just press the A key to go left, it's like you create a lot more like variations. So if they're shooting at you, they're gonna have to move their gun more to compensate than say if you go like that. You know what I mean? Versus just like completely sidestepping or doing something like that. You know what I mean? Or like that. Just go left like that. Not to mention your crosshair is gonna keep aiming. So something people need to learn how to do when they're in gunfights is strafe. like that. Like I could give like an example. Okay, so I have this right here. It's a fake gun. It's just a toy. All right, you can tell the orange tip. It's totally plastic. Okay, so if I'm shooting right, and you're shooting at me right. This is a game right. Like I can take damage right. I would want to sidestep like that, right? Because I'm still pointing my gun at you, right? Like what I wouldn't want to do is go hit you with one of those, right? You're gonna hit my arm and whatever, and not to mention the gun's gonna be everywhere, right? Like I'm gonna want to completely step completely to the side, and when I start running, I will want to go directly forward, directly back. Okay, so on a on a joystick, right, what that would look like would be directly forward, directly back, directly left, directly right. That's a yeah, a joystick thing. Because a lot of people will use the right thing and they have this bad habit. They go like that. Now you can kind of see like if someone's shooting at the garage door, not only was I pointing all the way here, you know what I mean, but like I didn't get that much movement compared to like if I just went like that, you know what I mean? I'm a lot harder to hit. I guess you can kind of like turn this into like a keyboard advantage sort of thing, where like you know, it is it's you don't really need a lot of coordination with your left thumb to press the literal keys. Another thing you see me do, this is why like even though I have the same or if not like maybe even a slightly worse aim than other players, a reaction time is that I'll crouch when I shoot. So if they're aiming for the head, if you crouch and go like that, come, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the speed, it's like you're a much smaller target. You know. Let's just do like a quick building thing. So things to build. So the most important would probably be the ramp. Is the most important thing you need to learn. That so ramps can go like that on the ground, or they can kind of go on the side of a wall, right? So use your um, double jump feature you got there. This is creative, so I'm having a hard time. So ramps are good because you can build a ramp on top of each other like that. You can have it just sticking out of the side of a building. All it needs is like a single point for it to be on, right? In fights, right? If someone's directly ahead of me, right? You build a ramp to block the bullets, right? And a common thing is what people do is that they might want to build a second one to get closer to them. A good thing to do is build a wall in front of the ramp. The game lets you do this. It takes a little. It doesn't feel like quite natural, but what it looks like from the other side when you're shooting at them is that. So it's a lot harder to knock down the ramp. So pretend this is like bullets, right? You got to hit that and then that before everything falls apart. Another common thing you see is this four walls and then a ramp, right? So it's just take the most basic of principles that you think of and just be like, well, now no one can hit me from any side, and then you can add a roof, right? Uh, you see me do this sometimes. I'll edit like that to drop down. That's just to like give me the option of going back up, shooting, and if they knock this down, that down, I still have that. You know what I mean? You give yourself an escape option, right? You can give yourself like a window to shoot out of. You know what I mean? I'm just showing. You can close the window back up. Let's say somebody shoots you from there. Blah blah blah. All right. You can even go like that and change the direction of it. So that's a common thing. Over here, what I was doing was I was trying to so like the idea is that like let's say somebody is over there on that metal ramp right there. Is it like basically like possible for me to like get to them without ever like having my front exposed like that? Yeah, so that's just like building stuff, and then obviously you could build a wall, make a window for your wall, right? I recommend that if you're building walls and people keep shooting them down, either switch your building material or build like a wall and then go backward and build another wall. Like I think a lot of people, they make the mistake that when this wall falls, right, they just build another one right here, right, instead of like building one and then building another one and then like building another one, so to speak, right, and then maybe start building in another direction, right, adding like a ramp. You can add a ramp here from here, and then maybe go like 2 stories there, right, protect it over there, like that. Now you have option. You can make a window, right? Someone shoots that down, right? You go back here. So, you go back. Oh my goodness, back over here. You have like another ramp, right? And it's like you have this whole structure that they have to shoot down now. Not to mention, if you did it right, hopefully, you have more than one of these. So they can't just but even still, look, like if they want to really like knock everything down, they have to knock all 3 of those down to get everything, and people run out of bullets, they have to reload, and like if you're doing it right, you'll always be not too far away from shooting them back, and that should never be you know too hard, if you're doing it right, like, so to speak, so like let's say here, right, and then you have to retreat back here, right, like if you're doing it right, like you should be able to kind of like you know build your way back to having a thing, and then you come over here, right, like you might want to there, you can now you have another window to shoot there, and then come back, right, and then and it's like you always just have like options, right, so building like like a 3D space. I think a lot of people are like, they're like, oh, let me put that down. Oh, that got shut down, right? Like, oh, let me put that, right, and that gets taken down. Okay, let me do that, and then go directly forward, and then this gets taken down, right, and then like they just get frustrated and they keep building like in one direction, so to speak. Not to mention the whole time they running around like this, and you see, like, Sunny's literally like tripping over herself. Anyway, so let's hop into a zero build game. I also want to just show like this audio setting that I'm doing, which is like visual audio cues. Yeah, zero build, because this is just good for combat. And instead of that, let's do red versus blue maybe. I want to do like a zero build, kind of shorter, like shooting game mode, just to like sort of like get I want to do 1v1s. They have do they have I would like a zero build kind of thing. Uh, Team Rumble. Two large teams respawn elimination is on for the entire match. Okay, let's play some of this. Let's play some no fill Team Rumble. And like you'll get to see, I'll show how I you try to go the directional buttons, right? Like if you're going forward, just go forward. It's like you ever play somebody, and then when you're shooting them, it seems like their character moves really fast, and they're shooting you like your character is moving slowly. Well, your character is actually moving more slowly. You know what I mean? You can't. You're not in like as many places at once, so to speak. Not to mention, if the plane. So I think there's like a big problem. Not problem, but some people take issue with this kind of playing. I mean, this form of playing online shooters has been around as long as I was playing. Online shooters. And the thing about it is that a lot of people take issue, like, can't you just play the game like normally how it's supposed to be intended, like as like a simulator. I mean, my response to that, you see the audio cues, but I mean, my response to that is pretty much like, you see, I'm strafing. When I'm strafing, I'm going directly to the right. I mean, my response to that is that not only have these techniques been like out for long enough for you to get it or whatever, but it's just really not that what's it called not that like serious. You know what I mean? Like in the at the end of the day, unless you're trying to be esports and make a living out of this, right? Like, isn't it just a hobby? It's no real consequences for whether you win or lose. But yeah, I mean, if you want to do esports, you see some of the visual cues, right? Like, give me a treasure chest. There's like a box that you can check in the thing, right? So I go straight ahead. Oh my goodness, I've never played Team Rumble like this before, so I got to get out, fast, right? I'm actually not gonna make it. Oh, this is great. This is chilling. Oh yeah. You can see how like I don't go like that too much. That slows you down. Uh-oh. You're not asking me why I oh my goodness. Is there a way to just die faster so that I can like respawn or whatever? Oh, this is nuts. Yeah, there is a circle on a map by Pleasant Park. Yeah, no, I'm not making it through this. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'll hit like a teleporter or something. Anyway, Christmas skins. You know what I mean? She's got the jingle bells, ho ho ho. She got the Christmas ornament, green red cape. Yeah, man. No one's gonna be underdressed for Winterfest, man. But yeah, right. Anyway, just play the game normally. Yeah. I mean, you know my answer, right? Which is basically just. I mean, people have been doing it for a long time. I mean, if you wanna, have that same edge, I mean, there's never like a bad time to start learning or whatever, and the knowledge is out there, right? Like, it's not, you could just, I mean, the only argument you can make is you're not willing to put in the time, but I mean, yeah, that's my response. Anyway, that red thing, that means somebody is firing. I guess you also probably notice stuff like, if you're moving with the gun aimed, right, like you move considerably slower than if you dodge, that way. Uh, but we gotta start heading towards the circle, right? We can be in that golf cart. Hmm. Oh, thank you. I have no idea how long this is gonna go for. If the goal is 90, as in 90 eliminations, this might go on for way too long. So I'm not even gonna play this. But anyway, I really, really hope everybody enjoy, learn something, etc., etc. Thank you for watching.